Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Here we are, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Space, the final frontier. I am Captain Frank Lee English, and these are the voyages of the starship HMSS Imperialize. Our mission? To explore strange new worlds, to seek out new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Rousing stuff, Captain English, sir.
You really think so? I was afraid it would sound a little...
Perhaps it's best not to heighten expectations too early on, boyo.
Yes, Jones. A healthy dose of self-deprecation should neutralize the mildly xenophobic nature of the mission we've been tasked with by Her Majesty, Queen of Great Britain and of the Commonwealth Realms.
Yeah, so long as we can avoid resorting to trite nationalistic jokes, we should be fine.
Yes, I absolutely agree, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Well, I'm past. Who's for tea? Jones, as your commanding officer, I'm ordering you to go make me a cup of tea. 2 sugars. And go easy on the milk. I'll need it for my Weetabix in the morning.
I don't think they provided us with milk, boyo. Just the powdered stuff.
Curse this lack of lactation! Very well. You stay here at the controls, Jones, while I navigate to the ship's kitchen facilities to acquire a refreshing beverage. The walk will give me the chance to familiarize myself with the intuitive navigation system.
Can you grab us a cup too?
I feel compelled to say an authoritative yet non-committal perhaps in this circumstance, Jones. It would be an appropriate reason to practice using the inventory system, yet I fear that such a magnanimous gesture may erode the command hierarchy aboard this vessel. I'll be on my way now, just as soon as I choose to exit this chair. It's Wales' own son, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. It's Aled, the Lewis to my Morse. It's Aled, the Grommet to my Wallace. It's Aled, the Andrew Ridgely to my George Michael.
Stop looking at me, boyo. You're starting to creep me out.
That leads out of the cockpit. Best stow this for now. I would do well to study these closely in case of an emergency, like we're stranded immobile in space. I'll have to take a closer look at these safety instructions for peace of puzzle. I mean, mind. Peace of mind. I would do well to study these closely in case of an emergency, like we're stranded immobile in space. I'll have to take a closer look at these safety instructions for peace of puzzle. I mean, mind. Peace of mind. Why, the humble paperclip, a staple of any adventure gamer's inventory. Now, to find the kitchen. If memory serves me correct, it's just down this corridor, beyond the fourth wall. That's the gravity simulation switch. Weightlessness doesn't affect me. My affinity with the working class. The animators rather we leave it on. Less things to move. Cutting-edge 20th century tech. Let's see if prodding this around fixes anything. Aha! 1.44 megabytes of virgin digital space. Cutting-edge 20th century tech. Three and a half inches. It's compact, but still large enough to grip. Cutting-edge 20th century tech. Of course, it lacks the precision of a mouse and keyboard. It's our autonomous beverage dispensing robot, Gertie. What are your prime directives? I don't suppose you've kept in touch with Matilda or any of the other house robots? Ha! Remember that time you fell foul to a case of mistaken identity at Moss Eisley? Was Vista as bad for you as it was for the rest of us? You know, we have a lot in common. In the movies, the evil villain always ends up being the supercomputer or Alan Rickman. What are your prime directives? It's Alad's mug, isn't it? Cup of cha? It's for my Rosie Lee. Sorry, Cockney crockery. One day it became self-aware. The next it was writing the script for an... It really takes the misery out of making tea. It's our autonomous beverage dispensing robot, Gertie. Of course, the downside of having a sentient being responsible for making the tea is that every so often it forgets how much milk to add. Mild green washing up liquid. A poisoned chalice. I don't think I could. Why? It's packed to the rafters with mild English cheddar. Plenty to share. It's a fridge.
Aren't you supposed to be going to the kitchen, boyo? You won't find anything fit for human consumption in there.
Any danger of making that tea, boyo?
Awfully sorry for the delay.
Never mind, boyo. How did you manage to carry it in there without spilling any?
Well, I've just been very careful, ever since that whole Deepwater Horizon incident. Oh, terribly sorry. I appear to have given you my cup.
What? But that's disgusting. It's got your saliva over it and everything. That is totally against health and safety.
I think you're overreacting.
It's got your saliva on it, but it's like we've been kissing. That is like sexual harassment as well.
Good heavens! What a waste of perfectly good tea.
I think we should be more concerned about the irreparable damage done to the ship's steering system. Both problems, by the way, are your fault.
You know, in various cultural and religious ceremonies, the symbolism behind sharing a cup is quite unifying. Regardless, we'll have plenty of time to argue about this now that we're stranded. Unless, of course, we can replace the controls with something else.
When you say we...
I mean the royal we. I'll sort this out. Don't move. I don't want you dribbling on anything else. Honestly, you're worse than the elderly.
Any danger of making that tea, boyo?
Awfully sorry for the delay.
Never mind, boyo. How did you manage to carry it in there without spilling any?
Well, I've just been very careful. Ever since that whole Deepwater Horizon incident.
I don't really have anywhere to set this. You won't take over the controls from it until I finish. Wouldn't want to spill anything over these expensive electronics.
But of course! Why, if such a thing were to happen, we'd have a real puzzle on our hands.
Just go easy. Keep it steady.
Yes. Okay, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Yes? No, Right. Well, that's, yes. Right. No.
Flight safe mode disabled.
Didn't expect that.
Primary starboard fuel cell.
Careful,
jettisoned.
boyo. Keep it steady.
Yes.
Venting reserve oxygen supply.
Okay, right. Okay.
Opening rear cargo doors.
Yeah, no.
Commencing cabin depressure. Life support systems
should've done that.
offline.
No. Right. Yes. No.
Daisy.
Give me your answer.
Holy cow! Ah! Look what you've done! I told you to keep it steady.
Good heavens! What a waste of perfectly good tea.
I think we should be more concerned about the irreparable damage done to the ship's steering system. Both problems, by the way, are your fault.
Look, obviously, the controls weren't calibrated to account for my superior strength. They were more sensitive than a pubescent poet.
Just go easy. Keep it steady.
Yes. Okay, right.
Life support system. Venting reserve oxygen opening rear cargo doors.
Ooh. Yeah, oh,
Commencing cabin depressurization. Primary starboard fuel cell.
Careful,
Jetson.
boyo. Keep it steady.
No.
Flight safe mode disabled. Daisy.
Daisy, give me your answer.
Holy cow! Ah! Look what you've done! Just go easy. Keep it steady.
Yes.
Opening rear cargo doors.
Careful, boyo. Keep it steady.
Like that.
Primary starboard fuel cell.
Easy,
jettisoned.
boyo.
Venting reserve oxygen supply. Flight safe mode disabled.
Yeah. Oh, no, no. Right. Yes? No. Right.
Life support systems offline.
Oh, so we should have done that. Oh. No.
Commencing cabin depressurization. Opening rear cargo doors.
Didn't expect that.
Daisy.
Daisy, give me your answer.
Holy cow! Ah! Look what you've done! I told you to keep it steady.
Good heavens! What a waste of perfectly good tea.
I think we should be more concerned about the irreparable damage done to the ship's steering system. Both problems, by the way, are your fault.
Look, obviously, the controls weren't calibrated to account for my superior strength. They were more sensitive than a pubescent poet. Regardless, we'll have plenty of time to argue about this now that we're stranded. Unless, of course, we can replace the controls with something else.
When you say we...
I mean the royal we. I'll sort this out. Don't move. I don't want you dribbling on anything else. Honestly, you're worse than the elderly. It appears to be stuck. With great power comes great responsibility. Remarkable. It would appear one of our Oxbridge-educated engineers has installed hinges on both sides of this door. How is that even possible? It might fit Allard's state. MJ borrowed the pair to clean some blood on the dance floor. Only returned the one. He always was bad like that.
Have you found something to replace the controls you broke yet?
Here, plug this in. See if it works.
No joy, boyo.
What? Isn't it supposed to be plug and play?
No, boyo. You'll have to install the drivers first.
Well, can't you just download them in here?
The Wi-Fi can't reach this part of the ship. Try getting online in one of the other rooms. See if you can download the drivers onto something and bring it here.
I suppose you'll just be sitting here in the meantime.
That's how the genre works, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, well, it's probably a tedious puzzle to fix it.
I should be able to get online here. 1.44 megabytes of virgin digital space. Three and a half inches. It's compact, but still large enough to grip. Cutting edge 20th century. Cutting edge 20th century tech. Now, to download this driver, I just need to connect to the internet first. Bingo! Found it! Fantastic! Now to quickly copy this driver. Whoa! Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh, is that the time? It'll be starting to get dark outside. Best check up on Elliot and see if he's dried off. It's remarkable how much information can be stored on something so compact. 3.5 inches. It's compact, but still large enough to grip.
What's going on? What are you playing at, boyo?
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. It felt like someone else was in control of my inhibitions.
Just give me the driver so we can GTFO.
GTFO?
Get things functioning and online. You need to swat up in your acronyms. FFS. For future scenarios.
Here, install this, and we should be underway again.
You could have used my USB pen, you know.
What? Is that another one of your acronyms I'm supposed to know?
What? Universal Serial Bus?
Ha! Serial bus. I know you're just making that one up.
Well, boyo, I've got some good news and some bad news. Which one do you want first?
Give me the grim, demoralizing reality first, then ensure I quickly forget its severity with a light-hearted human interest tale, preferably involving a cat and a musical instrument.
Alright, boyo. Well, the bad news is that before this driver will work, one of us is going to have to descend into the dark depths of the ship to perform the emergency systems reset procedure.
You mean turn everything off and on again?
Yes, but the good news is it's a one-person job, so only one of us will have to do it.
Presumably I'll be the one doing the legwork, as usual.
Well, if you want, we could make it seem like you had a choice in the matter. Here, we'll flip for it. Heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
It's heads.
Blast! I can't help but feel that somehow that was always going to happen.
What fates impose that men must needs abide, it boots not to resist both wind and tide.
Gosh, the writing on this voyage just stepped up a level. That was borderline Shakespeare.
Aye, borderline.
Right, I'm off. I haven't been up here long, and already I think I've started to lose muscle density. In a bygone era, we could have just stuffed a child down there to sort this out. That's why we voted out of the EU. To get back to the good old days. Triple action. Removes grease, fights odors, preserves one's dignity while attempting to squeeze through a narrow opening. The holy trinity of cleaning products. If you want a job done around here, you've got to do it yourself. Whilst that did smell like a spring breeze, it did chafe a turd. I'd better go carb-free when we get back to old Blighty. In a bygone era, we could have just stuffed... I haven't been up here long, and already I think I've started to lose muscle density. On a more positive note, it would appear my bone density has remained unaffected. It's just like exercising at the gym, albeit without the judgment of others. That's the gravity simulation switch. I can't use these two together. If you want a job done around here, you've got to do it yourself. Genuine British compressed air. Contains almost as much bluster as a trade unionist. I'm sure this'll come in, wait for it, handy, eh? Yes. Be sure to tweet #BadGag if you've made it this far. That leads into the cockpit. Once more onto the breach we go. I don't feel suitably dressed to be heading out. Property of Irvin Schrödinger. Very odd. It appears to be addressed to two different locations, an orphanage and a crematorium. The box is sealed shut. Why, it would be impossible to determine the fate of any biological life form inside. Property of Irvin Schrödinger. The box is sealed shut. Why, it would be impossible to determine the fate of any biological life form inside. The box is sealed shut. Why, it would be impossible to determine the fate of any biological life form inside. Very odd. It appears to be addressed to two different locations, an orphanage and a crematorium. It's a precision-engineered German motorized screwdriver. It's a box used to store tools, commonly referred to as a tool box, I believe. I'm fairly certain this is in breach of a... Voila! That should significantly reduce the risk of death by electrocution. Always a comforting reassurance. This should do the trick. No, that's, yes, right. Oops, we ever so clumsy. Ah well, no harm done. Let's check back with Alan and see if that's sorted everything. Oh, here it's starting to get really close. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
What is it you're tinkering with there?
Well, but
That's...
that would... Firstly, the fact that
Sounds like for the time being.
I think
I see. So...
alternative...
Who's trying? Be sure to put... Right. I'll have this open in a jiffy. Aha! That's what I'm after. Splendid! Why, that was very straightforward. However, I can't help but feel if I had my time again, I'd do something different. Oh well, best get this to Alad. It's Wales' own son. I can't use these two together. I doubt combining these two will prove to be particularly useful. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
I don't suppose you'd have any use for this premium German motorized screwdriver?
Ah, cheers, Bert.
Sub-Lieutenant Jones! What are you doing?
Relax, Bert.
Relax! Do you have any idea how expensive parts and servicing are for that thing?
Look, I have an idea.
I'm sorry, I presumed that was the motor I could smell burning.
Look, we can replace the motor in the Beagle with the motor in this screwdriver. It's probably more reliable than our own spares anyway.
Great thinking, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Why? It's intuitive thinking like that that won us the war.
Of independence?
No, the other ones.
For the last time, the left stick moves it forward and back. The right stick turns it left and right. Do I have to repeat myself? For the last time, the left stick moves it forward and back. The right stick turns it left and right.
By Jove, it works!
In 600,000 yards, your destination will be on the right. You've reached your destination.
Sub-Lieutenant Jones, we've arrived! The new world! Quickly, break open a container of property of ER2 flags and prepare a landing party!
As much as I'd love to jump onto the surface and soak up the radioactive atmosphere of this uncharted, most likely fatally hazardous planet, I think it may be an idea to send the Beagle 2-2 down first, just to get a feel for the place.
I considered your suggestion, Sub-Lieutenant Jones, and have made the executive decision to send the Beagle 2-2 down for a quick recce, prior to making our own triumphant descent. The extra time will allow us to properly consider which 19th century member of the aristocracy to name this place after.
Launching probe.
What the devil? Sub-Lieutenant Jones, quickly! We've been outmaneuvered! Someone's got here before us! We need to find out who that jolly well is and eject them from Her Majesty's New World post-haste. Set us down! right, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Where have we landed?
We've landed on an uncharted rock structure.
So, Sub-Lieutenant Jones, what exactly do we...
Well, it's an uncharted rock structure.
I don't suppose you could enlighten the audience with anything a little more specific?
Look, I'm called Aled Jones. Probably the most generic, stereotypical...
How will we go about finding the location of the Beagle 2-2? Presumably we have some kind of app for that.
I'm afraid not. We could download one. Only costs 69p.
69 pence? I'll buy it when it's free. Right, the plan is, we head out, walk around aimlessly, look at a load of stuff eliciting a series of wry remarks, then start clicking everywhere until something happens.
I'll linger in the background and provide a series of hints if you feel things are a little too vexing.
Why break tradition, eh, Sub-Lieutenant Jones? Let's go! No doubt filled with epic loot, as they say on the YouTubes.
Cheers, Matt. Look, boyo, over there.
Where?
By that rock.
Would it trouble you immensely to use another point of reference, Sub-Lieutenant Jones?
Fine, boyo. By that gorilla.
Good grief! That's the second biggest monkey I've ever seen.
I think he's holding the Beagle 2-2.
Put that down, you damn dirty ape! Come on, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Let's get after him. It's a ladder. It's a rock. Look, there isn't any much for me to work with here. Humorously, I mean. Obviously, if I was a stonemason, there'd be loads to work with. This is one of those situations where you're stuck between a rock and, well, more rocks. It's another rock. I fear I'm at risk of repeating myself. There are a lot of rocks. Some of those situations where you're stuck between a rock and, well, more rocks. It isn't really the sort of environment that lends itself to observational comedy. I fear I'm at risk of repeating myself. nothing useful to hand. Look, there isn't really much for me to work with here. Humorously, I mean. Obviously, if I was a stonemason, there'd be loads to work with. This is one of those situations where you're stuck between a rock and, well, more rocks. No point leaving without a souvenir.
Not so fast, you English mongrels. What do we have here, Pierre? Ah. Ouais, I see. Well, it would appear that you are too late, monsieur.
English. Captain Frank Lee English.
I'd just like to clarify that I'm not actually English. I'm Welsh.
Monsieur English and Monsieur Welsh. It would appear that you have been too late. Mon subordinate Pierre and moi have beaten you and your queen to this rich, fertile, nouveau world.
It's a bit rocky.
Little bit rocky, ouais, petit landscaping required. But soon, the ground you are defecating with your presence will be the location of my vast winery, growing the sweetest French crepes the world has ever tasted. And everyone will eat crepes, wear berets, carry baguettes, ride bicyclettes, and all the other things we French like to do.
You're insane.
Am I? And how are you going to stop me?
By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!
Oh mon Dieu, I can't believe you actually said that. Okay.
Well, we could... Look! A three-headed monkey!
Where?
Quick, Sub-Lieutenant Jones, run!
Oh merde! How did I fall for that? Wait, you're right. I am too trusting. Pardonnez-moi, I'm a sucker for the blue eyes.
What now, boyo?
Well, before we
legitimately lay claim to this new world, we need to remove their flag and hoist ours in its place.
Why?
Didn't they teach you history at school, Sub-Lieutenant Jones? That's just how these things work. Let's try and salvage something, like a spare wheel nut, or a fragment of dignity. Before its untimely passing, the Beagle 2-2 appears to have discovered a rock. Well, it's not quite Tutankhamun's tomb, but right now I'll take what I can get. Sub-Lieutenant Jones, amuse yourself until I get back.
I'll try and recollect the last couple of hours.
It's the airlock. Ooh. Ay, Bendito. I make no bones about how grim that was. Oh, what have we here? Either the upholstery's been woven from tinsel, or we've hit the jackpot. It's an elegant lady's purse, filled with loose change. If you want a job done around here, you've got to do it yourself. It isn't great for the environment. Replacement ribbons are a real biohazard. Gosh! It's full of the blighters. It has a warmth that you simply don't get with digital. Especially if you burn the sleeve as well. Preserved thanks to the tireless efforts of hipsters from all corners of Shoreditch. The biggest floor filler since concrete. I can't use these two together. The technology predates most Brexit supporters by at least 40 years. while I'm here, I may as well give it a go. They're sound asleep, helpless to oppose the future forced upon them, like the youth after the referendum. Gotcha! Down the hatch! You know the old saying? A frog in the hand is worth two in the biological science testing facility. How convenient! The cheese sticks to his moist green flesh, thus progressing this ethically questionable puzzle. It's Wales' own son, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. If my moderately racist grandparents have taught me anything, it's that this should work. Qu'est-ce que c'est l'aesthetically unremarkable block of pale anglais fromage? Mon Dieu, Pierre,
remove this banal excuse for cuisine for my presence.
Gosh, I had high hopes for that little chap. Oh well, as my mother would say, plenty more frogs in the biological science testing facility. Maybe I should delegate some of this legwork to Sub-Lieutenant Jones. I'm sure he's as keen as the rest of us to see the end of this. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
I don't suppose you have a frog handy. Oh, that was convenient. Do you have some cheese I can borrow? No, that was convenient. Don't mind me. Unfortunately, dairy is one of 3 things Sub-Lieutenant Jones is allergic to. The other 2 being early starts and manual labor. It's salad, the Lewis to my Morse. Peace offering, a sample of delicious British dairy produce.
Do not insult my palate with your bland, insipid, rotten lactose. It pales in comparison to our superior, deliciously aged rotten lactose.
Well, that's diplomacy off the dining table. How convenient. The cheese sticks to his moist green flesh, thus progressing this ethically questionable puzzle. It's salad. The grommet to my Wallace. I'm afraid I've nothing useful to hand. If my moderately racist grandparents have taught me anything, it's that this should work.
What is this sorry excuse for that? Is that Swiss cheese? A slice of Emmental de Savoie would eat the tash right now. Qui êtes-vous? Une petite entrée as well?
Bien, les condiments, allez!
Don't let him get away.
Huzzah!
I hope the little fella's alright.
I wouldn't worry. I'm sure they won't harm him. They're not complete savages, just French. Right. Well, that's the first thing it'll have to go. I say, it's quite the collection of wine. How's that? Don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. I'm still Francis from, Dorky Blast. It would appear that only temporarily disabled it. How's that? Blast. As innovative as the tactic of attempting best hold on to my weighted companion. If I'm unable to find a solution to our current dilemma, I can always use this rock and then my frustration on something brittle blowing that balance. That looks like the emergency stop switch. How's that? It's a good throwable weight. Aerodynamic looking too. Well, that ought to do the trick. Let's take the opportunity while this is offline to do a spot of rebranding outside. Let's take the opportunity while this is offline to do a spot of rebranding outside. Victory is ours, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Now I know how Nelson felt at Trafalgar. Prior to being shot, of course. Although I'm fairly certain I pulled something in my throwing arm earlier, so I can empathize. Quickly, Sub-Lieutenant Jones! We don't have long. Do you have our flag ready for hoisting?
Standard.
Yes. Is it ready to go?
Aye, boyo.
Right. Now make sure it's the right way round. Honestly, the number of people that make that mistake, it's just bad schooling if you ask me.
I think I hear someone coming. Will I hoist it now, boyo?
Steady, Jones. It isn't official unless we play the national anthem. Fortunately, I have it saved on this anodized aluminium portable material.
right now, boyo. I think I hear something.
Jones.
Okay, I got it.
Now. This land is hereby property of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth.
C'est bien.
Well, pardon?
Oh, excusez-moi. Your queen is welcome to this Baron Infertile Rock, Monsieur English. Je suis désolé. We have discovered a land so abundant and fertile that even the grapes we harvest will be so ripe and succulent that even you British, in spite of your primitive, insipid palate, will acknowledge the superiority of our fine French wine. Au revoir, Mr. English. I think we'd better be heading on ourselves, boyo.
I concur, Sir Lieutenant Jones. It was delightful meeting you, chaps, eh? Arrivederci. Bourgogne Chardonnay, 2015. Good year.
Look, boyo, over there.
Why does it always rain in England?
Is that the last defender of faded glory intact?